Hmm. Yep. Hi, welcome, ladies and gents, to another Let's Play episode. It's me, Space Burt here. Just showing Robert my new ride. He came over again last night, and I thought I'd show it off. He seems to really be liking it, even though he's kind of shifting around in there. It's a little bit weird, but hey, whatever. So, to get things started, I wanted to show you guys, this is the outside look. I went ahead and expanded the bottom to kind of fit in the minecart system that we're working on the other day, because it needed extra space for the junctions for the player cart versus the material or chest cart. And looking from the side, I mean, it looks very boxy and just like the house did, really, except it's bigger now. And I'm thinking up there I'm going to do some kind of garden, maybe a farm, maybe sheep, pig, or maybe a stable. I don't know, get some donkeys or some mules or something. I'm not sure if I can get back up here. Alright. You stay safe, Robert. Don't drink and drive. Be good. Okay. So now that we got him taken care of, let's go ahead and look at some stuff. Hey, part of my house is missing. I gotta fix that. So firstly, before I go down and show you guys the changes I made for the minecart system, I want to show you some stuff. I went to go exploring and caving again, like usual. And I found some goodies, and one thing in particular is look at all of this iron. I went exploring quite a ways away, and I found a giant iron ore vein, and there was so much iron. I've also found a lot of diamonds and a good bit of redstone, too. Also a lot of coal. Really a lot of everything. It was a good solid trip, for sure. So I should be set on iron. Maybe I could stop using stone so much. But I wanted to show you this haul before I smelt it all. Yeah, and a fun thing about it was when I was mining all of that way down deep, I got lost. I could not find my way out of there for anything. So I ended up just digging straight up. That's, my emergency escape plan. I feel like that's not quite as dangerous as digging straight down, but it's still a little dangerous. But anyway, on the way out, I ran into another giant iron ore vein, which I'm going to show you guys that one when I go to it. But yeah, I thought that was really cool. So let me go ahead and smelt this up, actually. I replaced the furnace with a smelter. So I have one furnace, one smelter, and I could take advantage of the speed that these smelters work. And this will just be for ores, and this will be for everything else. All my cooking, glass making needs, whatever else might go in there if I want to make charcoal or whatever. Yeah, so let's get this going. Oh, I also changed my skin. I got rid of the alien, and I went with business attire. Let's plop these boys in there. Yeah, so much faster. And whenever I finally take this out, I'm going to get tons of experience. I'm going to make sure that we have a enchanting table before I do that. So much iron. I love it. And I really needed it, too. Because, I mean, I was really down. I was really out. And also, my armor is in pitiful shape. These little nuggets, I think that was that was part of the armor that was so close to being broken. I just threw it in the furnace here. Okay, so now that we have this rolling, I'm going to continue on. It's a lovely moon out tonight. take a little nap. Alright, so let's go take a look at the changes for the minecart. So quite a bit's changed. You can see I dug all of this out. Looks a lot different than what it was before. I dug all the way down, actually lowered this a bit. This was, I think, about even with this log right here before. So I want to talk a little bit about my testing and what I did to make this work. So my first thought, and I have this little example I made just to show you guys, was to use this detector rail. I had memories of a detector rail only detecting a cart if a player was in it. So if I got in it, and that one's on already. So if I turn this on, I was expecting, yeah, see how it's lit up? That's what I was expecting. So that was good, but then I was expecting for just the cart by itself without anybody in it, it should not light up. But it turns out it does, so that's no good. Apparently, the detectors detect if a cart's on it at all, not if there's a player in it or not. I'm not even sure where I got that from. Maybe I just made that up. So that was fail. I was kind of counting on that for my junction for a cart with a chest or a cart with a player or mob or something like that. Yep. So this is the design that I came up with. And, I mean, it probably could be optimized. It probably could be made better. But it works currently, so I'm kind of sticking with it. So a cart comes up. It could have a player. It could not have a player. It will go up here, and it will come off of here, and it will run over these pressure plates. These pressure plates is what I used instead of this detector rail. And as far as I know, these pressure plates, the stone ones anyway, I don't know about the other ones, this does only turn on whenever a player touches it. So if a minecart's on it, it's not on. If a player's in the minecart and is on it, then it is on. And you can see that by default, when it's off, this would be if there's just an empty cart, or the cart has a chest, there's no player in it, it's automatically going to want to go right here. So it's going to follow this path up. If a player is in the cart, we'll see that it's turning left, so the player will go this way. So I guess let's look at the player's side first, and we could follow it like I'll be the cart here. So this is what happens. We go, it touches this plate, player's in it, and it goes this way, goes that way, and I have this default off powered rail right here, so the minecart gets stuck at an angle. And if I get out right here, these are all pressure plates, it will automatically turn this on. Since it's at an angle, gravity's pushing it down, and it will travel away. And once it travels away, it's going to go down here. I got a lot of powered rails because I know it's brushing up against these sides. I don't want that to slow it down. And it's going to reach this junction. And by default, built into Minecraft's code, whatever it was designed, there's default turning directions. And I've seen people talk about this before. I couldn't tell you which direction's which. All I know is when it meets this junction right here, it's going to want to turn left. It's going to want to go this way. So when it goes this way, it goes back down to the starting position. So right here, this is problem 1, which we solved last video, and this is problem 2, solved. And I will demonstrate that in a bit. Yeah. So we go down here, and you get out, it automatically returns. I don't have to worry about it not. And I hear somebody trying to sell me something. Anyway. And if I'm in the minecart and I want to just keep going, well, I've got this little button, and it will just take me on. Because if I get out of the minecart, I'm going to hit one of these plates. So it's going to go. My limited experimenting with it is it's pretty reliable about making sure that this minecart automatically goes down. So, yeah, that's the path of no cart. Player in the cart. The next path would be a cart with a chest in it. So that would come, and it would go it would go across, it would jump this and land. And it has to land like partially on the plate and partially on this powered rail. And this will take it up this way. And it will go up. This will be if there's no player. And we get to another junction here. By default, this is powered off. So it's going to go right. It's going to hit this detector rail, which is going to light this up. That's not important right now. What is important is it's going to hit this powered rail. This is where my unloading zone is going to be. And I'm going to set up a comparator with a torch assembly, which will check to see if anything's going to go through. Instead of this block, it's going to be a hopper. See if there's any items in this hopper. If there's an item in the hopper, then this is going to be powered down. And if this is powered down, the minecart is just going to sit here. And as soon as the minecart with the chest runs out of items, then this hopper is not going to have any more items in it. And this rail right here, this powered rail, is going to again have power. Since the cart's going to be right here on this block, it should automatically reverse directions, because we did that experiment earlier. And then it will go hit this powered rail, which doesn't matter if there's a player in it or not. It will power this with the repeater, causing this to turn that direction. And since it's turned that direction, this will actually force the minecart to just go straight. And once it goes straight, it hits this powered rail, and then we fall down, or when I say we, it falls down and lands on these tracks down here. And since there's a momentum going, it's going to continue going this direction and go back down. So it's pretty cool, and it seems to work. And I'll show you guys. Let's do the player version first. So I'll jump down here. It's quite the fall. And I'm going to turn this on. I put the switch here just to have this like an automatic thing. So this can potentially run forever. Let me get in it first. So yeah, we're going up. And this takes a little while. It's pretty far down. We'll see. It's going to jump that little gap. And we are going to hit partial pressure plate, partial track. And it will send us to the player direction. And I did a good bit of testing. I probably rode this thing 20 times maybe. And every single time I went to the right direction. You see, we hit that we hit that pressure plate, and we went to the player side. So we're here. I can hit this button, or I can get down. And I did, and you see it automatically powered it. And it went down, and now it's back down on its way. So we will see when it comes back that it's actually going to be empty, so it should take the other direction. So there were a couple of fiddly things with this particular build. Firstly is this setup right here. It has to be just so. I tried it in many different ways. First, I had just 3 blocks, not 4. And what was happening is it worked fine with the player, but when the empty minecart would come, or the non-player minecart would come, it would actually get stuck on the pressure plate. It wouldn't have enough momentum to keep going. And then I did 4, and then I added all of these. These were all, well, these 2 were powered rails. So it was 6 powered rails. And it worked fine for the empty cart. But with the player, it was so much momentum that it was actually jumping the pressure plates. And the player was going up on the item side. And so, there you go. You see it? Nope. We missed it. But there it goes. Anyway, so the player was going up the item side, and that was no good. Because, you know, it would just automatically go back down, and I'd fall down and keep going, keep just going forever. So I found that this sequence right here is the one that works For whatever reason, having 4 powered rails, followed by, you know, non-powered, or after some non-powered rails, works for both. It works for the player, and it works for the empty cart. And I was more worried about the empty cart not working. So I feel like the player, I don't know, I just have a feeling that that would be the trouble. So I let it sit. I sat here, I don't know, 20 minutes maybe. You know, just AFK while this thing ran. You know, kind of just watching it a little bit. And it worked every single time. Then I actually went to go eat and ended up getting killed by a skeleton while I was gone. So I don't know how the skeleton got in. But anyway, the cart was still running when I respawned, and I found there was a zombie actually in the cart. Oh, there it goes. So yeah, that works good. And this was the first fiddly part. The second fiddly part was actually this free fall up here. I found that we needed momentum on this free fall. If it just falls down, it stops. It doesn't go anywhere. And if it has momentum, I found if it lands directly on a powered rail, it wasn't moving. I don't know if that was, it didn't actually have momentum or what the situation was, but it kind of stopped. It would get stuck. It was getting stuck right here at this turn when it would fall. So I did that sequence that I have up there. Let's go look at it again. Did that sequence up here with these 3, and it turns right on to the tracks. So there's some tracks that it can go, and it has just enough momentum to keep it going. It's not super fast. It's also against this wall, which I think, you know, the drag on the wall is causing it to slow down. Oops, I shouldn't have jumped down. But yeah, that's it, and it works. It's worked every time. I can't really do too much more on this until I get some quartz, because I can't make a comparator until I have quartz, so I can't make the storage. And this isn't my final design, at least for the look of it. I think this is the design for the rails. I'm not going to do anything else. And I'm going to do some beautification here and make this a more pleasant room to be in. So yeah, that's going to be the next big change, I think, for this area. But my next conquest, I think, will actually be going to the Nether, which we might be doing that today. Actually, I think probably a good episode to do that in. Yeah, I think that's what we'll do. Let's go to the Nether. First, I need to get some obsidian. So that means I need to start using some of these diamonds here. Guess I could put this stuff away. This is really I'll do that off camera. I don't want to bore you guys. Let's start making some diamond stuff. This will be my second diamond pickaxe. I made a diamond pickaxe while mining all that iron. So I haven't really done any. Maybe I should make some diamond armor here. How do you... Oh, I had it backwards. Sometimes I just forget, you know? Alright. These guys go pretty quick. It's alright, I got my sunglasses at night, so I can. Alright, so now that we have that, next is get a bucket. Where's my bucket? There you are. I need to get some water. I am going to, I think, go to sleep, and then go look for some lava, and I'll probably get you guys when I have some lava. I see some there, but I don't think that's enough. I'm gonna need more than that. Alright, well, I'll go find that. There's one. There's two. And there's the rest of it. This should be plenty. Go ahead and mine all this up and make a portal. Alright, so I found 30 obsidian. And I'm going to go ahead and make a temporary spot for a portal down there. But I need to go and make a flint and steel. I don't have any steel down here. So I need to come up. But I thought, hey, why not go up together again so we can see this one more time in action. Brought me to the right spot. I get out, automatically pushes the button, down it goes. Goodbye, cart. Very nice. I like it. I'm happy with that build. It's always a good feeling when things work. Alright. So we need... I don't think it matters. Yeah, there we go. So now I'm going to go down and I'm going to just kind of dig a temporary spot for now for the Nether portal. And I'm thinking right here, just to plop it in here somewhere. So I'm going to dig this out and I'm going to try my hand at some fast forward digging here. Alright, so I think this is big enough. I might have to just remove this top part. Trying to remember how big the Nether portal has to be. Is that big enough? It is! There we go, first portal of the game. I don't even have a sword on me. Let's just pop in and see where this takes us. I never have luck with the Nether. I'm always in the worst spot every time. We'll see. Well, this is actually better than usual, I think. Ghast. There's those guys. I'm not looking for any trouble right now. I don't have a weapon, really. Except a broken up axe. I just need some material. This is what I'm looking for. Right here. So this... I don't know about you guys, but I die more in the Nether than anywhere else. In the overworld, I usually die because I'm being careless. But in the Nether, I have a bad habit of dying all the time. It's not very fun. So, here's an hoping that I won't die. I need to be a little more careful. Probably should get some gold armor and put that on so those pig dudes won't attack me. Netherrack. So I used to play Minecraft a long time ago. I think it was like 2012 or something like that. And I remember Netherrack being so much uglier. I'm not sure when the update happened, but Netherrack used to be just the worst. It almost looked like bloody muscle tissue. It was just ugly. No other way to put it. But yeah, this is the mission right now. Get these quartz. And then I could return home. So yeah, I'm going to do a little exploring, not too much, because I don't want to die, and I'm not really prepared for it with my 5 loaves of bread and no weapons. But I'll go ahead and do some exploring, get some more stuff, and return back to base. I will probably, I'll probably meet you there, or this might be the end of the episode. It's kind of getting a little long already, and I don't have a whole lot planned at the moment. I need to kind of gather my thoughts. Made quite a few videos back to back. I had a good bit of time off, and kind of drained my inspiration at the moment. I need to take a day or so and recharge, I think. But anyway, in case I don't see you guys again this episode, thanks for watching, and I hope you enjoyed it. If not, I will see you back at the homestead.